Hello, Kelly Williams here, exercise physiologist, founder of Entirelyfit, and holistic wellness coach with the International Association of Wellness Professionals. And I help men who are tired of being overweight and out of shape with a plan to look and feel their best. In this video, I'm going to share 7 tips on how to become more patient. So if your goal is to get healthier, enjoy life more, and have better happiness and better relationships, then developing more patience will certainly help. You know, the definition of patience is the ability to tolerate delay, suffering, or trouble without getting angry or upset. Think about that for a second. The ability to tolerate delay, suffering, or trouble without getting angry or upset. What if you could react calmly, both inside and outwardly, in difficult situations? How would that make you feel? Pretty awesome, I bet. I know it would make me feel great. You know, in today's times, with all the instant gratification and so much information at our fingertips, it seems harder and harder to be patient. But patience is really an interesting state. You know, it's considered by most world religions something very important to work toward. And in the Christian faith, it's one of the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Being patient, though, doesn't mean that you let people take advantage of you. It's simply a state of being where you're in control of your emotions, especially in situations when you have to wait or there's a problem. You know, I've found that I am more impatient with myself and way more patient with others. I'm not sure why that is, but I'm working on it. For example, if I can't find my keys or my wallet, that is when I can get the most frustrated. And it always seems like it's when I'm in a hurry. You know, first of all, I need a specific place to put them both all the time. And secondly, if I can't find one or the other, I'll try to stop, take a breath, think back to when I had them last, and just relax. Most of the time, I can figure it out. But you know, what's wrong with being impatient? Well, actually, there are a lot of things. Impatience is linked to stress, and stress is linked to anxiety and depression. People that are more impatient are more likely to have high blood pressure, and recent studies show that impatience actually causes us to age more quickly. Being impatient interferes with happiness, and it causes people to be more negative and to complain more. You know, when we're impatient with others and lose our temper, then that just creates a negative chain reaction. However, if we are able to be patient with others and they appreciate it, they're more likely to be able to pass that forward. Impatience can affect relationships, finances, our happiness, our health, and our quality of life. So what situations do you find yourself becoming more likely to be impatient? Okay, let's get to the tips. Tip number 1, identify areas where you find yourself being more impatient. I typically get impatient and frustrated with technology, slow drivers, and with myself when I misplace things. But I'm doing better with 2 of the 3. Technology still gets me upset too often. There used to be so many times when I would get impatient trying to pass someone on the interstate, only to be successful and then get off a couple of exits down the road and get caught by a traffic light. And then what happens next? The car I was so desperately trying to pass pulls up 1 or 2 cars behind me, or better yet, right beside me. And you know, why should I let something like traffic or a slow driver affect my mood? Things like traffic, slow drivers, losing weight, any unexpected waiting, being on hold, dealing with phone technology, misplacing things, illnesses, purchases, debt, all can cause us to be impatient. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a hurry while driving and you're exceeding the speed limit, that you're more tense? The next time you're driving too fast in traffic, just be aware of your tension in your shoulders and in your breathing. You might even be holding your breath. I suggest pulling over into the slow lane, take a few deep breaths, and relax. Okay, tip number 2 is have a plan for how you want to react when you are impatient. For example, the next time you find yourself in traffic, think about a way you can control your reaction. We're never going to be able to plan for everything that can happen, but the simple act of working on improving ourselves and becoming more patient is a big part of the process. Tip number 3, be more aware of things for which you're grateful. Being grateful and being patient are closely related. Make a list of all the things for which you're grateful and focus on some of those when you find yourself getting agitated and impatient. Teaching yourself to be grateful keeps things in your life in perspective, and having perspective makes it easier to reduce anger and impatience. Tip number 4, accept the fact that we're not in control in many situations. Things happen. We all make mistakes. One of the only things for which we really have control over is our attitude and how we react. We can teach ourselves to react calmly and in a kind and positive way, or we could choose not to plan and just continue to react in anger and frustration. Or in the case of something like technology, it only affects us negatively when we react impatiently because technology doesn't care. Okay, tip number 5. With technology being so involved in our daily lives and the amount of information that we have access to, we try to do too much. When we're constantly trying to accomplish more things, it creates situations where we're more likely to get impatient. So you try to reduce the amount of things on your to-do list. Plan ahead and prioritize things. Enjoy completing tasks. Tip number 6. Learn to meditate and how to do some relaxation exercises. There are many ways to relax and calm the body and the mind. Just find a couple that work best for you. I find that being outside helps, and being on a trail or on a greenway, places like that. Finding time each day to take a few minutes just to focus on breathing and relaxing can be very helpful. And then especially when you find yourself getting impatient and tense, take a few deep breaths, relax your shoulders, think about the situation, and decide how you want to react. Tip number 7, learn better self-talk. Don't be hard on yourself. Focus on your strengths. Negative self-talk creates negative feelings, and negative feelings create negative actions. Being more kind to yourselves makes being patient with others a lot easier. Well, I really do hope these tips help. So thank you so much for watching patiently this video. You can find me at entirelyfit.com. You can find me on Instagram at @B_, and that's BE_entirelyfit, and on Facebook. So until next time, be grateful, be well, and keep trying to be entirely fit. Have a great day.